enjoy this experience together. For example, Mark was the first gospel. Mark was written by a guy named John Mark, who was a partner, a missionary partner in the New Testament. If you know the Apostle Paul, who wrote the majority of your New Testament, he was converted. He was a converted Jew, right? Deep dive into some of this stuff, have figured out that Paul probably asked John Mark to write a gospel for the Romans. And that's where we get the Gospel of Mark. The Gospel of Mark is essentially an evangelism tract for the Romans. Luke has its own story. The Gospel of Luke, like the Gospel of John Mark, is written by a person who may or may not have ever met Jesus. But Luke was different from John Mark in that Luke was a historian. Luke loved facts. And that's what the Gospel of Luke is full of. The Gospel of Luke is full of facts. Luke was a doctor, we know. And he spent a lot of time getting the basic facts down by interviewing a lot of people. That's why Luke has a lot of first-hand accounts from people like Mary and Martha and Mary, the mother of Jesus. Why there's so much detail of John the Baptist's birth from Sarah. Luke probably, we think, interviewed Sarah. He interviewed Mary, the mother of Jesus. He set his account down to be historically accurate as the timeline and the things that happened around Jesus' life. And John's gospel is completely different. John had a fully different purpose than what Luke or Mark had. Whereas Luke and Mark wanted to show sort of the chronology, the time and space that Jesus lived and taught, John wanted to teach Jesus' teachings themselves. You know, if you've ever read through the